All right, so let's set the scene. It's Miami 2025. The sun is blazing, humidity through the roof. Classic Miami. What's the one thing you absolutely need to survive?
A working AC unit. I mean, it's basically essential in that kind of heat.
For sure. And that's what we're diving into today, the world of EC repair in Miami. Specifically, this company called Wholesale AC Services. Their website is a goldmine of information on keeping your system running smoothly.
It is. And what's really interesting is how they emphasize that AC is becoming more of a necessity rather than a luxury.
Right. And they mentioned some common AC issues like low refrigerant levels, faulty thermostats. But I'm wondering, in 2025, with all the new technology coming out, how will these problems change?
Well, let's take refrigerants, for example. By 2025, those older HFC refrigerants will be phased out. We'll see more eco-friendly options like R32. These newer refrigerants are much better for the environment, but they operate at higher pressures, so even the tiniest leaks can really impact efficiency.
So finding and fixing those leaks becomes even more important.
Absolutely. And that's where technology comes in. I think we're going to see much more sophisticated leak detection systems and technicians who are specifically trained to handle these new refrigerants.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, what about thermostats? How are they going to change things in 2025?
Smart thermostats are becoming incredibly advanced. Think systems that learn your habits, optimize energy use based on real-time weather data. They can even integrate with other smart home devices for like ultimate comfort control.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that mean those smart thermostats are collecting tons of data about our homes? I mean, is there a trade-off here between comfort and privacy?
That's a really good question, and it's a conversation that's going to become more and more common as smart home technology takes over.
It's definitely something to think about.
Yep.
But getting back to Wholesale AC Services, their website mentions certified technicians and upfront pricing, which I imagine is going to be even more important with these high-tech systems.
Absolutely. As AC technology becomes more complex, you need experts you can trust to install and maintain it correctly. Transparency in pricing is also crucial, especially when you're considering upgrades and potential repairs.
It seems like they're really trying to position themselves as partners for Miami residents, guiding them through all these technological changes and helping them stay cool in the process.
Exactly. They're not just fixing AC units, they're helping people navigate this new world of home comfort in a changing climate.
This is already so insightful. I can't wait to see what other advancements we see in AC by 2025.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the technology itself, it's how it integrates with our lives, our homes, and even our concerns about data privacy.
Right, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's talk about preventative maintenance. I know Wholesale AC Services really emphasizes this on their website, but how do you think preventative maintenance will change in 2025?
That's a great question, and one we'll delve into right after this. Preventative maintenance in 2025, I think it's going to be less about, those reactive repairs and more about, being proactive, using data analysis.
So instead of waiting for something to break, we're using data to predict and prevent problems before they even happen.
Exactly. Like imagine sensors in your AC unit that are constantly monitoring performance, sending all that data to the cloud, where AI algorithms can analyze it for any potential issues.
Wow, that sounds pretty futuristic. But how would that actually work?
Well, think of it like this. Your AC system. It's basically a giant connected device. It's constantly generating data about its performance. And by 2025, companies like Wholesale AC Services, they could use all that data to create personalized maintenance schedules for your specific unit.
So no more like generic annual checkups. It's tailored to your AC's actual needs.
Exactly. And it goes even beyond preventing those breakdowns. This data can be used to optimize energy efficiency, fine-tune settings for maximum comfort, even alert you to potential air quality issues.
Wow. So preventative maintenance becomes less about fixing things and more about optimizing the whole system for peak performance.
Yeah, that's the shift. And it really aligns with what Wholesale AC Services is already doing. They're not just reacting to problems, they're focusing on proactive solutions.
So it's like they're already ahead of the curve, preparing for this data-driven future of AC maintenance.
For sure. And for homeowners in Miami, that kind of forward-thinking approach could be incredibly valuable.
What about the cost, though? All this technology and data analysis, it sounds expensive.
Yeah, there will likely be upfront costs associated with these advanced systems, but the long-term savings on energy bills, repairs, even replacement units could be significant.
So an investment that pays off over time.
Exactly. And it's not just about the money. Imagine the peace of mind knowing your AC is constantly being monitored and optimized for, peak performance.
Yeah, that's a huge selling point, especially in a place like Miami, where a reliable AC is essential. But what about the human element? Will technicians still be needed in this, data-driven future?
Absolutely. Even though AI can analyze data and identify potential problems, it still takes a skilled technician to actually diagnose the issue and make those repairs.
So it's collaboration between technology and human expertise.
Exactly. The best results come from combining data-driven insights with the knowledge and experience of those technicians.
Makes sense. It seems like the role of the technician is going to evolve, becoming more specialized and focused on the most complex aspects of AC repair and maintenance.
Totally agree. And companies like Wholesale AC services that embrace this shift and invest in training their technicians, they're going to be really well positioned for success in 2025 and beyond.
So we've talked about the evolution of AC technology, the importance of preventative maintenance, and the changing role of technicians. What does this all mean for our listeners? What's the key takeaway here?
The biggest takeaway, I think, is that the future of AC is smart, it's connected, and it's data-driven.
It's not just about staying cool. It's about a whole new approach to home comfort.
Exactly. And while 2025 might seem far away, these changes are already starting to happen. Now's the time to start thinking about how you're going to navigate this evolving landscape of AC technology and maintenance.
Okay, to wrap up our deep dive, I have one final thought for our listeners. Imagine this. It's 2025. A major heat wave hits Miami. Everyone's blasting their AC, trying to stay cool, but the power grid starts to struggle. Can't handle the demand. What happens then?
That's a really important point. It shows how connected our individual choices about AC are to that larger energy grid. As Miami gets hotter and relies more and more on AC, we have to think about more than just our own comfort. We need to consider the entire system.
So it's not just about having the latest AC tech, but also being smart about how we use it.
Exactly. In 2025, I think smart energy management is going to be key. Like imagine your smart thermostat actually talks to the power company during those peak demand times. Maybe it adjusts your temperature just a little bit for a short time. And in exchange, you get a discount on your energy bill.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm,
It's like a team effort to keep everyone cool without overloading the grid.
right. And this all connects to that bigger idea of sustainability in the AC industry. We're seeing a shift towards those energy efficient units, smarter controls, and just a greater awareness of how much energy we're using.
So it's not just about individual comfort anymore. It's about being part of a more sustainable future.
Exactly. The future of AC in Miami, it's about that new technology for sure. But it's also about being mindful of our energy and working together to create a city that's both comfortable and sustainable for everyone.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into AC repair in Miami 2025. We've talked about how technology is changing, how important preventative maintenance is, how the role of technicians is evolving, and that need for a more sustainable approach to home comfort.
It's been a really interesting look into the future of a city where AC is more than just a luxury, it's truly a necessity.
And as we move towards 2025 and beyond, remember that staying cool, it's about more than just what's in our homes. It's about being smart, making those good choices, embracing the innovation, and working together to create a cooler, more sustainable future for Miami and everywhere else. Thanks for listening.